1 second. I got to send one text and then. All right, I'm ready. Sorry. Thanks.
All right, we are joined by Connor Zilisch, driver of the number 88 Chevy for Junior Motorsports. We can kick it off right over here.
Rob Tianson from thepodiumfinish.net. Connor, congratulations on your victory. It was certainly not a really breezy coast-to-coast victory for you, but how satisfied are you knowing that you overcame so much adversities and you're able to get way to the front with that great battle with your teammate Carson Quapple?
Yeah, I'm really proud of my entire Junior Motorsports team. We had such a fast car, and I'm honestly more frustrated with myself than I am happy. I made way too many mistakes and made it way harder on myself. And there's so many things I can say that I could have done better, and I don't know how we came back and won the race. Just a testament to how fast our car was. And but yeah, I definitely have a lot to clean up with myself and moving forward. But it was a great way to come back from that penalty. It was way too chaotic of a race for my liking, but we ended up getting the job done anyway. So it is what it is, but definitely a lot of frustration.
We'll come over here to Jeff and then Jerry.
First of all, was that the night Selly, like from Steph Curry, or was that a reference to your naps?
No, it was a reference to my naps. No. Okay. Yeah, someone was yelling at me to do it, and I was like, oh, yeah, that's a good idea. So I did it, but no, that was not a Steph Curry night.
Oh, okay. The second thing is, so you talked about the mistakes. How do you clean those up with people that might be upset with you, some of your teammates, after this race? How do you approach that scenario?
Yeah, I've already texted 3 people that I feel like I did wrong, and, I just got to drive at 80% at these places. Like, I'm so fast, obviously that penalty hindered us and, kind of got my head spinning a little bit and put us in a bit of a bad spot. But, to come back from that was really good. And, I just got to stay calmer from now on, right? I did it well at Watkins Glen, but, this race felt a lot like last year at COTA. And, I am frustrated that I made those same mistakes again. But, I'm sure that I'll be able to learn from it and be better moving forward. But somehow we ended up getting the win, so happy about that, but, still frustrated.
All right, over here with Jerry.
Jerry Jordan, kickingthetires.net. Obviously, you passed a lot of cars, going through the field. But what was that like? Trying to make your way back up to the front, and also being the second youngest driver to get multiple wins. What did you learn today that you might be able to make some history tomorrow?
Yeah, that's really cool. It was really good to get that pack experience for tomorrow's race. I learned a lot of good passing zones, and I feel like that definitely helped me prepare for tomorrow's race. It's going to be a lot tougher tomorrow. Everyone is so good in the Cup Series that it's going to be really tough to pass those guys. But a good day to get some experience under my belt here at the new track, and cool to get my second win, and I think 7 races. Excited that I'm able to do that, and looking forward to Phoenix next weekend. It's a good track for me, and definitely a lot to build on, but obviously tomorrow's a really big day too.
We've got over here with John.
John Newby, Savage Ventures. So you said in your post-race interview that your brain was in a fog. I was go more into detail on what all that entailed.
Yeah, that penalty is tough, right? When you're the fastest car and you're just like cruising out front, and then a penalty that's not really in your own control puts you to the last, and it's never easy on a driver. But I knew how fast my car was, and at first I felt like I did a really good job. But as I started getting to the faster guys, they started racing me harder, and not giving it to me as easy. And that's when I started making more aggressive moves to get by them, and which I probably shouldn't have done. I needed to be more patient and continue to be more patient. But I learned from it, and get better for the next road course we go to, and apply this to the race tomorrow.
And Reed over here.
Reed Spencer with the NASCAR Wire Service. The contact with the 24 looked like it was pretty hard. How much did that affect the performance of the car?
Yeah, it did a lot. I was rubbing the right front for a few laps, and I actually the right front blew after the race. I don't know if it was because I was locking it up doing burnouts or what, but it was close, right? I saw the one blew a right front, and I had damage, and I was probably being harder on it than I needed to, but I saw the one locking up into 13 a lot, and he was having trouble, but I was able to learn from kind of seeing what he was doing to hurt his tire, and kind of apply that to me, and I was trying to be as easy as I could on it, and thankfully it made it to the end. Yeah, when he fell out, I started driving a lot easier because I knew I had a big gap to, the cars behind. So, I definitely did start taking it a bit easier after that, and, I'm glad we were able to make it to the finish.
Right over here.
Trey Campbell here of 102.7 ESPN. So with a win now, you're kind of in the playoffs. Do you approach everything a little bit differently now? Do you kind of race a little bit differently with?
I think that I can, be a little bit. I don't have to win, right? I have that win under my belt. I'm locked into the playoffs. We can race for stages a little bit more and go for stage wins. But, I think having that win is definitely a sense of comfort, and it's good to get this early in the season. So I'm glad we were able to do that so quickly, and, excited to go into the rest of the season and kind of see how it plays out. I'm not really sure how this changes our mindset going forward, but, it definitely is a sense of relief getting locked in and, race 3 of the year.
Steven Stump, frontstretch.com. Connor, for as much as you said you were frustrated with just how chaotic and the mistakes you made, you still, here and Watkins Glen, you still won the pole, led the most laps, and won both races. So are you kind of just counting down the days to Mexico City, which is the next road course, to just finally have that perfect race where you avoid that trouble and just to see what you can do?
I wouldn't say I'm looking forward to it. I'm definitely, excited for the road courses this year, but honestly, I'm looking forward to learning more on the ovals and getting better there and continuing to improve, where I'm struggling. I feel like the speed is obviously there in the Xfinity car at road courses, and, that's not going to be my issue. When it gets time to, go to Mexico, I'm going to definitely think back to this race and, know what I can do better. But, I wouldn't say by any means I'm, counting down the days for Mexico. I'm excited for every race this year, and, Phoenix is next weekend, which is, I finished 4th there in the fall, so there's no reason we can't go out and compete there as well.
Justin?
Justin Schuler, Avalon Sports. So we've already talked with you a couple times today already, but you've been kind of talking more about making less mistakes, making sure you check one box at a time. So here's another box checked. What can you learn from this race, how the new layout kind of transpired into racing action? Because we saw it in practice and qualifying. And now how does that translate to Cup, especially with 6A and that cutoff, because that's where you got your damage from, and then learning about the light with the pit road kind of the hard way. So how do you now translate all of that knowledge as a rookie making your Cup debut tomorrow to try to repeat this? Yeah,
it's great to get this experience under my belt. I have another shot to go out tomorrow and execute and have a good day, and that's the plan, right? It's definitely a little bit better there because I don't feel like I need to go win, and I don't need I'm not the favorite to win the race, right? I don't feel like there's any pressure to go out and compete. I just need to go out and have a quiet day, and hopefully by the end of the race we're running in the top 10 and can get a good result. But it's definitely good to get this experience and feel how this track races and understand the new cutoff and the race trim and on restarts and how you can pass there. Carson made a really good move on me there to almost get the lead back with 7 or 8 to go, and I definitely took note of that. So I'm excited to see what that is like tomorrow, and it's definitely going to be a chaotic corner. We've talked about everything. I've prepared for this race just as much as the race tomorrow, and as different as the cars may be, the technique is kind of still the same. So, I've gone over a lot for both races, and, I'm excited to see what, the race will be like tomorrow and how different it will be.
Excellent. Any last questions? No? All right. Thank you, Connor, for your time. Good luck tomorrow.
Yep. Thank you.